Hello everyone, welcome back to the White Collar Engineer. Today, in order to share her SCMHRD's interview experience, we have Anshika with us. Hello Anshika, welcome back to the White Collar Engineer. How are you?
Thank you so much, Saleh. I am fine, and thank you for having me here.
Yeah. Anshika, हमारे audience को अपने बारे में कुछ बताओ.
Okay, so as said, my name is Anshika Mittal, and I have graduated from Delhi University in BSc Mathematics Honors in 2024, and my profile is 998, and I am a fresher.
Yeah. So Anshika, walk us through the SCMHRD's admission process. Like कौन-कौन से stages में this is divided into?
Okay, so after receiving the SNAP scorecard, after some days we received the shortlist mail, and that contained a Snapseed form. Like there was a link which contained a Snapseed form, and after filling that form, we were supposed to book our interview date and slot. So after that, we had a GEPI process through which we got selected, and GEPI process, it contains 50% weightage.
Okay.
10% weightage is given to GE round and 40% to PI round, and the other 50% to Snap score.
Fantastic. So guys, let me tell you, Anshika has shared her SNAP preparation strategies along with the resources which she used to follow in one of our videos where I had discussed her SIBM Pune's interview experience. The link of that video will be given in the description of this particular video. Please go and watch that out. So Anshika, let's straight away jump into SCMHRD's GEPI process. So GE में क्या हुआ था basically?
Okay, so we were given a problem and there was a solution written along with that. So we were asked to rate that solution on the basis of rating of 1 to 10. 10 was for the highest part and 1 was for the lowest part. So initially, individually, we have to give a rating of our own for the first 30 seconds to 1 minute that everyone is given.
Okay.
And tell one more solution of our own apart from that solution which was given to us. So it was a problem which was related to work-life balance.
Okay.
There was a startup which just opened, and we had employees were facing work-life balance, and we had to write a solution for that. So the first introduction part, which after everyone gave, we were given around 8 to 10 minutes to discuss among ourselves and come upon conclusion. And then as a group, we have to find 3 solutions together. And then again, the professor asked one of us to conclude, and then it was done. And I personally, I like to introduce and conclude in GDs,
Right.
apart from taking entries. So I took the opportunity to introduce that topic as well as to conclude that, and I took 2 entries in between. So this was how my GE went.
Fantastic. So how did you prepare yourself for this group exercise or this, GD like GE like stuff? So what did you do?
Okay, so I was enrolled in B-Tribe's GDPI VAT Cracker, and there certain GEs used to happen. So we had around 10 slots which we had to use for the whole interview process whenever we used to feel like. So I practiced around 4 to 5 GE slots from there, and then I had a solid idea like how to go through it.
Okay.
And one thing again which had helped in GE process was that keep nodding when others are speaking and keep having a smile on your face, because that indicates that you are listening as well.
Correct.
To others. And also, if you are someone who is eager to conclude like I did, so I kept on writing the main points that others used to speak, so that when it was the time to conclude the GE, I could state points that were required. So like this, I used to see everyone as well and keep noting down as well. So this is one of the key point to crack a GE and to score good in that.
Exactly. I mean, sometimes we are so much into, thinking our own points that we end up not listening to the other fellow colleagues. So this should not be done, neither in a GE nor in a GD.
Yes, even my panelists, no one was smiling and paying attention to
Yeah, yeah.
whatever others spoke. So I think that is one of the major thing that you should do in a GE especially.
Perfect, Anshika. So let's move into the PI then. What all questions were asked to you?
Okay, so my PI was basically around my profile and specialization that I was going to take in my MBA. So it revolved around that. My panel was very chill. There were 2 male professors around 40s to 50s in age, and as I entered the interview room, one of them said that you are looking very fresh, and this actually comforted me and made the atmosphere light and
Yeah.
comfortable. So it was a good starting for the interview. Then they asked me about my introduction that I gave, which I have prepared. Then why MBA after bachelor's in mathematics.
Mhm.
I again answered that. Then again they asked that what did you do after our graduation completed in July?
Okay.
So I answered that. Then they asked me which specialization are you looking for in your MBA, and I prepared marketing. So I told them. Then again the other professor, he came in and he again asked why did you take maths earlier.
Okay.
So I told him that I had interest in that, and at that point of time I wanted to explore that subject. That is why I took them, and he seems satisfied with that. Okay. Then they asked me about what marketing campaigns did I follow.
Okay.
Because in one of my answers that why did I want to do MBA, I told them that I have read certain marketing campaigns which made me interested towards the marketing field.
Right.
So they asked me that which all marketing campaigns I followed, and then I explained one of them as they asked me to do so. Okay, then they told me that in marketing you also have to do sales. So if you are offered sales, then how will you do that? Because in that you have to travel in scorching heat, and it's a tough process.
Right.
Then I told them that it's my work, whatever will be given to me and whatever will make me reach to my final goal of marketing, I will do everything.
Mhm.
And as that is my work, like in this way, I told them that I will be happy doing that as well.
Right.
So they were like, okay. Then they asked about my strengths that I will bring to their institute. So like as I was giving my answers, this was my first interview.
Okay.
So I had given around 2 to 3 mocks before that. And in those mocks, practicing the same answers, my speed became very fast.
Okay.
So I was answering them, like they asked a question, I knew the answer.
Mhm.
So they asked me that it seems like we are talking to an AI. I was
Okay,
like, sir,
interesting. Yeah.
sir, I have to, like, no, sir, I have not copied from anywhere. These are my original answers based on research. So they said, no, I'm not saying that you have copied from AI, but it feels like we are talking to an AI.
Right.
Okay. So they asked me that if I had taken any coaching for MBA and GDPI prep, and I answered them. And at last, the professor, he gave me a sales pitch, which were given to every student for STMHRD process.
Okay.
So they asked me to sell online course teaching effective customer engagement to a real estate agent.
Okay.
And I asked 1 minute from them to frame my answer, and then I pitched for that. Then they changed to the audience, and they told me to sell to a company with heavy customer service engagement.
Okay.
And
Great.
then they gave no time for that. I had to speak then and there.
Hmm.
So I pitched for that only. So the professor, with this my interview ended, and the professor who earlier told me that it feels like we were talking to an AI, he told me that very good, your answers were actually very good and it felt nice talking to you. So like 2-3 times he repeated this thing,
Right.
and it actually boosted my confidence that yes, okay, interview has gone good.
Fantastic.
So, yes, this was about.
So I mean, it's never a negative point. It is always good to go in the interview room with prepared set of answers.
Yes, of course. Like it's better to be prepared
Yeah.
than to be unprepared at that point of time. But yes, you should not speak that much fastly, and don't give too much mocks also. So this is
Right.
my suggestion after my experience.
Correct. Taking a 2 to 3 second pause or a fraction of a second ka pause is okay between answering questions.
Yeah.
Correct.
Yeah, I remember that, and then for the other interviews, I kept that in mind.
Fantastic, Anshika. Okay, Anshika. So before wrapping up the video, any particular tips which you would like to give to the juniors who are watching this video right now?
Okay, so I would tell them to be prepared, and the basic questions that are asked in an interview. If you are not taking a coaching, then you can find it anywhere on AI. Just ask the basic HR questions that are asked in an interview, and be prepared with at least them. Your strengths, weaknesses, introduction, why MBA, certain basic questions that are asked in every interview, so that you are not flustered at that moment when the question is asked to you, and you take time thinking about that. And the other thing I would say is that it's okay to ask certain time from interviewer if you are not able to actually get at an answer
Right.
immediately, instead of blabbering anything. So these are some of my tips that I want to give to future aspirants.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Anshika, for coming to the White Collar Engineer and sharing your interview experience. We wish you all the best for your future endeavors.
Thank you so much. It was great sharing my experience with you all.